Okay, today is the big day. Today is April 5th. It has been 14 days and it is now time to start filling this thing. So what I'm going to do is I put this pipe in here with a T at the bottom so the water doesn't splash all in there. It kind of helps minimize the impact. And once the water gets up to past the pipe, the bottom of the pipe, that T there, I can go ahead and take it off and let the water aerate with the water bubbling up everywhere. So the way that I had originally done it is when I did 2 tanks on the first day, I did 1 tank the next day, and I did 1 tank on the next day, and then that's the 4. So that's how I'm going to fill them. I will start on this one, and if I manage to get it full today, I'll start on the next one. But if I finish both of them today, I will not start the 3rd one until the following day, which will be day 14. The following day on the next one will be day 14. Now, the next one, over in that corner, there was 1 day gap in there, so I will have to wait. If I finish everything in order, according to the time frame, I will have to wait 1 day for that to be 14. Then the next 2 were done on the same day. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the next 2, no. There was a 1 day gap in there, and then I did 2, and the following day I did the last 2. So I am going to fill according to the 14 days, and then after that it'll be a matter of waiting to see that it doesn't leak and it works, which it will. Now, the other thing that I did is I went ahead and I did this here. They're still empty, they have nothing inside. But what I'm gonna do is this one here. Let me show you. From here, the water will be pumped in. It'll go through the filter, which I will show you in a minute. And then it'll come down this way, go up, come down this way, come up, and then you have 2 pipes here. Now, according to the research that I did and everybody on YouTube, they say whatever the inlet is, make the outlet twice as big. So it's 1 inch coming in, and there is 2 1-inch pipes coming out, which is like 2 inches. So it's twice as much. Now, my thinking here is this. This pipe here goes almost all the way down to the bottom. I want that water to go down there and create turbulence down there to move everything around here, and don't let it settle as much as possible. Then this one here, it'll come out and fall and create some bubbles and put some air into the water. Now, inside of here, what I've got is I've got a little bucket there. I will put rock around there all the way to the top here. Then I am going to put some netting. In this case, I'm going to use some of that shading material. It's kind of like a net, and put a good amount. And then on top of that, I'll put some more river rock to make sure that this doesn't float up and then get clogged up in here and what have you. And then what I'll do is on this second one here, I will fill this thing up with river rock, but a smaller size. And then on this last one here, I will put well, bio balls, but there won't be balls. They're going to be homemade. I don't have any right now because I haven't made them, but I'm going to use this plastic pipe with ridges that you put wire in there, electrical wire. It's kind of like to protect it and stuff. I'm going to cut them in pieces and put it in there. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying those bio balls. The bio balls, they have a lot of area, and you know, that's great. The only thing is you need a whole bunch of bio balls, and by the time you get done, that filter there is worth more than the house because they're expensive and it takes a lot of them. So I'll just buy a couple 100 feet of that stuff, chop it up, and it'll be very, very cheap. It won't have the area that the actual bio balls have, but it will do the job. So that is what I am going to do. All right, so I'm waiting for Woon right now, and then I will start filling this thing up, which is long waiting. So here we are. All right, see you in a little bit when Woon shows up.
Okay, Woon, here we are. What day is it today?
It's grand opening for the new swimming pool.
Yeah, the 8 swimming pools / fish tanks. Yeah, today is day 14, and we're gonna turn this thing on, and however long it takes. So let's go turn this valve on and see what happens.
Bye. You okay?
Okay, here we go.
The first one.
Do the first one. Do it slow. Turn it slow.
Beauty. Woo. Until.
Yeah, turn it all on. I just didn't want it to slam down.
Beauty hungry.
Okay, there it is.
Just drop your. Okay.
Yeah, and
All
what's
clear because right now we add the filter.
yeah.
No more rush.
Yeah, right now we're using filtered water, and it's only one tank with one pump with one filter. So I don't know how fast it will recover, and as we go, we'll find out. If there's no more water in the tank, this will slow down to a trickle, and all we do is turn it off until it kind of recovers. So yeah, here it is. As you can see, all the tanks are slanted towards the indentation for the pump. So everything is going down that way. And pretty soon, the whole bottom will be covered, and so on and so forth, and we'll find out how it goes.
We will check on the pH of the water.
Yeah, let's fill it up first though.
During the day.
Yeah, we're gonna fill it up first, and we're gonna check the pH, and we're trying to get what?
7.
A 7. Okay. Yeah. A 7. Actually, between a 6 and an 8 is good.
Just said 6.5 to 8.5 is
Okay.
good for the pH.
Yeah, 6.5 to 8.5 pH, but we're gonna go for the middle, which is 7. The pH scale is 7 to 14, so we're gonna try to go for a 7 or thereabouts, as long as it doesn't go below a 6.5 or above an 8.5. So that's the range we're gonna shoot for, and there we are. All right, so let this thing fill, and we'll come back from time to time give you a little bit of a update on the progress of the water, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, do you have the time? What time is it?
9.
9. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. Let's see how long it takes to fill this thing up. All right. Okay, so there it is. Coming up with the whole floor being covered. Almost there. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff floating around. The wind blows this stuff in here. So this is something that will have to be taken care of as time goes on. Maybe put a net over this tank here or something. But I guess we could do it like a swimming pool. Get a net and just pick up all the debris that's floating, leaves and stuff. Yep, so let's wait and see. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of water on the second tank, but if you look, there's some kind of rust sediment in there. Now I don't know if it's a filter or it was stuff that was in the pipes before. The water itself, there's a hint of rust. So this water's been running for a little bit, and I'm putting some water here. I'm gonna let the bottom cover up. It seems like, or I'm gonna let the water cover the bottom. It seems like this is better than the first. It could have been just stuff left in the pipes. If that's the case, I guess I'm gonna have to pump this thing out on this tank and try it again. So I'm gonna let this water run for a little bit and see what happens. Now the other option that I have is I can go ahead and put some rock and net and all that stuff to create that filter here. I don't have the homemade bio balls, but I could still get the submersible pump and see about picking up all that sediment and running this water through the filter and see if it clarifies it a little bit. I don't know, we'll check. But this is definitely looking a lot better than the first one here. It could have been the pipes. I imagine it could have flushed them out by now, and there it is. So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit and see if it's the same as this one or what happens. All right. Okay, so this is the second tank. There is less sediment, as you can see right there. Just a little bit over there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a lot less sediment, but the water is still not anywhere near 100% clear. So, okay, so the well guy said he would be here tomorrow evening. Today's Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. He'll be here tomorrow evening. I'll go ahead and continue filling these tanks, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Now, as to this filter, I thought if I put that 1 inch going in, 1 inch transferring from each can to the next one, and then 2 1 inches on that one, it would keep up, but no, it doesn't. If you have a 1 inch going in, you probably need that 2 inch going out of that first can into the second can. I 2-inch from the second can to the third can. And on the third can, those 2 1-inch should keep up. Well, you definitely need a bigger pipe from can to can. So I'm gonna have to go to the store, not today, maybe tomorrow, the next day, or whenever I go out somewhere again. And in the meantime, I'll just continue without filters. All right. Okay, so here we are. It's about 7:15, 7:20. This water's been running for about, let me see, about 7 hours, because I shut it off for about 3. We went inside, had lunch, took a nap. So it's been running about 7 hours, and this is what it's done. So you've got some water in here, and you've got some water in here. So realistically, this thing would have been almost full. Now here, I drew the 30 centimeters from the top line, and as you can see, we probably have, maybe 90 centimeters to go before this thing is full. So it probably won't be done tonight. Okay. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย